Welcome to Real World Revelations, where we uncover the untold stories behind the world's most iconic brands. Today, we're diving into the fascinating journey of Gucci, a luxury fashion brand that has captured the hearts of millions. From its humble beginnings as a small leather goods shop in Florence, Italy, to its current status as one of the most recognizable and valuable luxury fashion brands in the world, with an estimated value of $22.6 billion. The story of Gucci is one of both success and struggle. Join us as we take a deep dive into the brand's history, uncover the secrets behind its rise to fame, and the challenges it faced along the way. This is a story you don't want to miss, so sit back, relax, and get ready to discover the amazing story of Gucci. From its humble beginnings to its current status as a global powerhouse, the story of Gucci is one of determination, passion, and resilience. It all began in 1921 when a young man named Guccio Gucci set out to create a line of high-quality leather goods that would stand out from the rest. Gucci was born in a small workshop in Florence where they crafted a range of products such as handbags, luggage, and other leather items. Guccio had a vision to create something truly special, using only the finest materials and craftsmanship available. And that's exactly what he did, as the brand quickly gained a reputation for its attention to detail and distinctive designs. People couldn't get enough of Gucci's leather goods, and the brand was quickly on the rise. But Gucci's journey wasn't without its challenges. In the 1930s, the brand expanded its product range to include clothing, accessories, and footwear. This was a bold move, but it paid off. Gucci's growing success allowed them to open a flagship store in Florence, and later in Rome, Milan, and London. However, the 1940s brought a new challenge when Guccio Gucci passed away, and the control of the company was passed on to his sons. The brothers had big shoes to fill, and the internal conflicts among them led to a decline in the company's performance. But they didn't let that defeat them, and under their leadership, Gucci continued to grow. The rise to fame of the Gucci brand is a story of innovation, adaptation, and perseverance. It all began in the 1950s and 1960s when the brand began to gain popularity among celebrities and the jet set. Gucci's iconic double G logo and the green and red web stripe became synonymous with luxury and style, solidifying the brand's position as a fashion leader. But what many people don't know is that behind the scenes, Gucci was quietly revolutionizing the luxury fashion industry. One of the key factors that contributed to Gucci's rise to fame was the brand's ability to adapt to changing consumer tastes. In the 1950s and 1960s, Gucci began to expand its product range to include clothing, accessories, and footwear. This allowed the brand to appeal to a wider range of consumers and helped to drive sales. But what really set Gucci apart was its ability to innovate and create new designs that were ahead of their time. For instance, Gucci was one of the first luxury brands to introduce the concept of ready-to-wear clothing, which allowed customers to purchase high-end clothing off the rack. Another factor that contributed to Gucci's fame was the brand's marketing and advertising strategy. Gucci was one of the first luxury brands to actively market and advertise its products. The brand's advertising campaigns were designed to appeal to a younger and more fashion-conscious audience, which helped to establish the brand as a leader in the luxury fashion industry. But what many people don't know is that Gucci's advertising campaigns were also heavily influenced by the counterculture movement of the 60s and 70s, which helped to create a strong emotional connection with its customers. In addition, Gucci's expansion into international markets also played a significant role in the brand's rise to fame. Gucci stores opened up in all major cities around the world, and the brand became one of the most sought-after luxury brands in the world. But what many people don't know is that Gucci's expansion strategy was heavily influenced by the rise of the middle class and the increasing desire for luxury goods among them. Gucci was also able to capture the limelight due to its unique design, aesthetic, and attention to detail. Gucci's products were known for their high-quality materials, expert craftsmanship, and iconic designs, which helped to set the brand apart from its competitors. These design aesthetics were heavily influenced by the art and architecture of the time, which helped to create a sense of timelessness and elegance in its products. In the 80s and 90s, it seemed as though the Gucci brand, once a symbol of luxury and success, was on the brink of collapse. It all started with a change in fashion trends, with the rise of new luxury brands and changing consumer tastes. Gucci struggled to maintain its position at the top. The brand was associated with a more traditional and conservative image, which didn't resonate with the younger generation. The sleek and bold designs that had once made Gucci stand out were now seen as outdated and unappealing to consumers. Sales began to plummet, and the company struggled to maintain its position as a luxury fashion leader. But things took a turn for the worse when counterfeit Gucci products began flooding the market. Consumers couldn't tell the difference between authentic and fake products, which led to a decline in trust in the brand. This was a major blow to Gucci, as the company's reputation and sales were heavily impacted by the proliferation of counterfeit goods. Meanwhile, the company was also dealing with financial difficulties and was deep in debt. This put pressure on the management to make quick and drastic decisions. To make matters worse, internal conflicts among members of the Gucci family over control of the company and its direction added to the chaos. But just when all seemed lost, Gucci was soon able to re-establish itself as luxury fashion leader. In 1999, Gucci Group was bought by French multinational company PPR, which later changed its name to Kering. Under new leadership, the brand was able to make a comeback, and it began to focus on revitalizing its image and reaching out to a younger audience. Gucci's new creative director, Tom Ford, was a major driving force behind this change and was able to bring a new level of sexiness and edginess to the brand. The brand's success was further solidified under the leadership of Frida Giannini and Alessandro Michele in the future. Fast forward to today, Gucci is one of the most valuable and recognizable fashion brands in the world, with a strong presence in both the online and offline retail markets. The journey is an example of how a brand can adapt and evolve to changing times and stay relevant for over a century. From its early days as a small leather shop in Florence to its current status as a global luxury brand, Gucci has proven, time and time again, that it's here to stay. The brand continues to evolve and innovate while staying true to its roots and the values that have made it successful. Gucci has also been recognized for their sustainability and ethical practices in the fashion industry. Of course, the counterfeiting problem Gucci had since the early days of the business is still an issue for the brand today. They estimate that every year they lose hundreds of millions of dollars to counterfeit versions of their products. However, even after being in business for 102 years, they don't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. Gucci continues to be a brand that many people aspire to wear, and it's a staple among the rich and famous. Currently, they are one of the #1 fashion brands in the entire world, valued at $22.6 billion, and with more than 500 stores. You can find a Gucci store in nearly every major city around the globe. But what do you think of Gucci? Do you think that it's overpriced by all of the hype? Or do you feel that the quality of the products justifies the massive price tags? Comment below and then make sure you click on this next video in our series of luxury brands, which is the story of the poor boy who built Ferrari and answers the question, why is Ferrari really so expensive? The Ferrari video is the perfect video to watch after this one, so I'll hopefully see you there.